You have probably used Google Docs before or Figma. Two people editing the same document at the same time. They typing, deleting, moving things around, and somehow everything just stay in sync. It feels almost magic. But underneath that smooth experience is a very hard distributed system problem. How do we make sure multiple users editing the same states at the same time end up with exactly the same final result? If two people type or delete concurrently, their operations might arrive in different orders. If we simply apply operations blindly, the state can diverge. In this video, we will walk through how real systems solving this. We will start with the problem of state divergence. Then we will look at the operational transformation often used in systems like Google Docs. And finally, we will look at the CRDTs, a different approach that powers many modern real-time collaborative tools. By the end, you will understand the evolution from OT or operational transformation to CRDT and the trade-offs behind each design. Let's begin with the conflict itself. Imagine a simple document with the word hello. Both users insert at position 0. User A inserts X, while user B inserts Y. Now we have the problem. If we apply A's edit first, we get X hello. And if we apply B's edit first, we get Y hello. If we apply the second operation blindly, the final result depends on which one arrives first. This is because index-based operations do not commute. Both users edit at the same position, but there is no inherent rule that tells us which one should come first. This is called conflict problem in collaborative editing. And this is actually one of the simplest scenarios. In real-world applications, there are often more than two users editing at the same time. One user might be inserting, another might be deleting, and a third person might be replacing or updating a range of text. Operations might overlap in complex ways. They can arrive in different orders on different machines. Some user might even be temporarily offline and reconnect later. Once you consider these situations, the problem becomes much more complicated than just two inserts at the same position. So the real challenge here is not just handling one conflict. The real challenge is designing a system that can merge arbitrary concurrent edits while persisting user intent and also guaranteeing that everyone eventually converge to a same state. We need a way to merge concurrent edits without losing intent. A very simple approach is last write wins. User A has X hello, user B has Y hello. When merging, we simply choose one version and discard the other. If B's update arrives last, the final state becomes Y hello, and A's edit is lost completely. This approach is simple to implement, but it clearly breaks collaboration. One person's work disappears. For real-time editors, this is not acceptable. So instead of dropping edits, we need a way to preserve both. More importantly, we need a way to preserve the user's intention. If user A intended to insert at the beginning and B also intended to insert at the beginning, the system should not arbitrarily erase one of them. It should understand what each user was trying to do and reconcile those operations in a consistent way. One approach to solve this problem is called operational transformation, or OT for short. Instead of choosing a winner, OT adjusts operations relative to one another so that they can coexist. Let's see how that works. Operational transformation introduced a central coordination mechanism. Let's say A's edit arrives first. We apply A's insert at position 0, and then the document becomes X hello. And now B's operation arrives. It says insert Y at index 0. Instead of applying it blindly, the server transforms it. Because A already inserted a character at index 0, the original meaning of index 0 has shifted. So B's operation is transformed from insert at 0 to insert at 1. After transformation, we apply it and get this. Both edits are preserved. OT works by adjusting operations relative to previous applied operations, so the user intent is maintained. It acts like a smart interpreter that ensures convergence even when operation arrives in different orders. This model has been used successfully in systems like Google Docs, and it works extremely well in a centralized, server-controlled environment. However, it comes with complexity. As the number of users increases, the number of possible operation orderings grows quickly. Every new operation might need to be transformed against many others. The transformation logic becomes subtle, and the correctness is not easy to guarantee. OT also relies on the central authority to impose ordering and perform transformations. If that server is unavailable, or if you want the true peer-to-peer or collaboration, things become much harder. So now the question becomes, is there a way to design a system so that we don't need to transform operations at all? Instead of fixing operations after the fact, can we design them so they naturally converge? That idea leads us to CRDTs. CRDT stands for conflict-free replicated data type. The idea is to design a data structure that can be updated independently on multiple machines. And when those updates are merged, the system automatically converges to a same state. Instead of treating the document as a plain string indexed by position, a CRDT often models it as a sequence of nodes. Each node represents one character and has two pieces of information, the character itself and a globally unique identifier. So when the document is hello, it's actually encoded like this. We're not just storing characters, we are storing character nodes, each with a stable ID that never changes. Those IDs allows us to refer to elements directly rather than by shifting index positions. Most sequence CRDTs also introduce a special virtual node at the beginning, often called start or head node. This node does not represent a real character, it simply acts as a stable anchor for inserts. Now suppose user A inserts a new character X. Instead of saying insert at index 0, because we don't have the index anymore, we actually create a new node, which we can represent as XA. X is the character and A is the unique ID that is generated by user A for this particular insertion. Similarly, user B's insert can be encoded like this. Both operations says insert this new node after the start node. In other words, they are attaching their new nodes right at the beginning of the document, after the same parent. And then when replicas think, we do not transform indexes. Instead, we attach both new nodes after the same start node. Now we have two children competing for the same position in a sequence. To resolve this deterministically, we use a type-breaking rule based on their unique IDs. For example, if ID A is less than ID B, then XA appears before YB. The final structure becomes X, Y, hello. No matter which operation arrives first, the structure converges to the same state. Operations commute because they are defined relative to stable node identifiers, not the shifting index positions. Now let's increase the complexity. Let's say we start with hello world as a document. Now we have three users editing the document concurrently. User C changes hello to hi. User B replaces the word with darkness. User A inserts beautiful between those two words. With operational transformation, we impose a total order. Let's say the order here is C, B, and A. We firstly apply C. That will produce hi word. Then B's operation is transformed relative to C's change, so that it's still targeting the correct position, giving us hi darkness. And finally, A's insert is transformed against both prior operations and applied in the correct location. The final result becomes hi beautiful darkness. All edits are preserved and everyone converges. But notice what happened. Each operation has to be transformed relative to previous applied operations. As the number of users increases, the transformation logic grows more complex. Now let's look at the same scenario using CRDT. Each operation is attached to stable node IDs. And then when replicas sync, this operation can be applied in any order. C rewrites the first node, B rewrites the second node, A insert a new node between them. Because operations reference stable identifiers rather than shifting indexes, they commute Regardless of the node in which they arrive, the final document becomes high, beautiful darkness. CRDTs push the consistency guarantee into the data structure itself. There is no need for a central transformer. Now let's zoom out. The OT and the CRDT represent two different architectural philosophies. Operational transformation centralizes conflict resolution. It relies on a server to impose order and transform operations so that intent is preserved. This can be efficient and bandwidth-friendly in traditional client-server systems. CRDTs decentralized conflict resolution. They encode enough metadata and structure so that the operations naturally converge without transformation. This makes CRDTs particularly well suited for offline-first, peer-to-peer, and local-first systems. The trade-off is where complexity lives. OT has complex transformation logic and strict ordering requirements, and the CRDTs move complexity into metadata, unique identifier, and sometimes increased memory usage. Choosing between them depends on your architecture and constraints. If you are enjoying this front-end system design essentials series, we have also covered normalization, list ordering strategy like lecture rank, virtualization, and other architectural fundamentals. Each episode focuses on one idea, but always from the perspective of how real systems behave at scale. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.